school in your 40s. We'll just abuse you of the notion that you look young for your age. You'll stand next to a real young person, you're just like, oh my God, I'm dying. I'm dying right now. I went to school in the 70s and 80s when I grew up. I'm a survivor of Catholic school. One of my favorite stories reminds me of a teacher just like you. Her name was Miss LaPree. She was my 10th, I was 10 in 5th grade, and she was my reading teacher. And I was a star reader in school because my grandparents, who we lived with, which is a story of drug addiction of my father, but they taught me to read when I was young. Like, someone has to teach this kid before he turns into a wild animal. And so I was an excellent reader. And one day, like when you see movies where they're throwing things, and we had that day in class one day, and it just kept getting worse, even to the point where my 10-year-old self was like, I can't believe this happened. Like, planes were flying by, and I was like, this can't be real. And she just screams at the top of her lungs, shut up! And we looked, and she was standing right in front of my desk, and she's shaking in rage, and she says, and she's almost about to cry, she says, the next kid who says one word, and she starts to choke back tears, and I looked her dead in the eye, my favorite teacher, and I smiled at her, and I said, and the next shot was the Clubber Lang punch from Rocky III. Just wound up and just said, boom! And I went into the aisle, onto my back, just flat, big old handprint on my face. The class erupts in joy, which they should have. I deserved it. She got all upset, went in the closet, locked herself, and we had to talk her out for half an hour. And I was like, open up. I'm like, I had that coming. Because I knew I deserved it. I deserved to be punched. Like, that was the worst thing to do with the nicest teacher. And it's, oh, by the way, school isn't like it is now, okay? Like, in the 70s, your parents sent you to Catholic school when they wanted to farm out their domestic violence. It's like, I would never hit my child. I have people for that. So if I seem happy to be here, or if I seem like a hand raiser, it's because I am. When I was your age, usually starts with them saying how they're better than you. When I was your age, I've been fired from McDonald's 5 times. When I was your age, I was a morning drinker. When I was your age, I flunked swimming, despite the fact that I was an excellent, fast swimmer, because I never went. I also never withdrew, because I didn't know how to get to the office where you withdrew from stuff. I was just that kid. And so, if any of you are scared or whatever, I promise you, this is a nice class. I just got out of a 6-week physiology class where you did 35 hours of homework, plus 16 hours in class, and then you called your boss and said, I'm not coming in for the whole week. And if you have my amazing, amazing boss, I work for the Gay Mafia in a restaurant, and they are the best. I love them so much. And he looks at me and goes, you get an A or don't come back. Now, that's the kind of people I like to surround myself with now. And as I get older, I get a lot of this from older people too. You're so brave going back. I'm not brave. This is not bravery. Bravery is firemen, firefighters, running into a building going, anybody need anything? The place is burning. Can I help anyone? That is brave. Going back to school is easy when you're a decade older than the teacher. Like, you're not afraid. Young lady, can I ask you something? Like, it's not there. So I just want you to pretend you're old. Imagine some sciatica, and it just doesn't matter. You've had 20 years of jobs that you wish you didn't have, and this will become simple. I'm excited to be here. It's nice to see people who are younger than my niece, and instead of my middle-aged friends with their children. And thank you so much.